Alright everyone, welcome back to another Game Vault video. As always, I'm Captain Beefy with the Game Vault. And when I'm right, I'm right. I called this, I think, right when the very first story I did on this game, right after the trailer was released, and it was shown that Yasuke was going to be the main character, this highly fictionalized guy, the only black guy in Japan, in feudal Japan, and they decided to make him the hero of the video game and turn him into a fake samurai based off of Thomas Lockley's book and some kind of anime crap. Thomas Lockley, by the way, kind of went into hiding and deleted social media. This game's getting all kinds of backlash from all over the place, the West, the East, everywhere. Everybody hates it, and the people that don't hate it are just a bunch of stupid ass shills. So if you want to show for this game and be like, oh, you just hate it because he's black, just go to hell, bro. That's not the reason. I'd hate it if he was white. I'd hate it if he was anything other than I just want to play a Japanese samurai, right? Somebody asked in the comments of another guy, like, why don't you just play Ghost of Tsushima again? It's like, well, dude, it's a different game, but it's set in a similar setting and all that. Well, you know, why can't it be somewhat authentic? Anyway, we're going to cue up the music, and we're going to get right into it. So, here we go. Here we go, Ubisoft. You suck. You are the worst company out there. You and Activision should just go bugger each other until you're both just done. New report claims same-sex romance options confirmed for Assassin's Creed Shadows. I called this today. It came out that they were going to queerify this jackass. And boy, it sure looks like. And I'm hoping we can, the Ubisoft store stocks plenty of, like, maybe rainbow-colored, maybe a suit of armor in every one of the different flags would be kind of nice. That way the LGBT community, all 5 of them can buy one of those. Maybe a Black Lives Matter sword, a little katana like that. Or the George Floyd skin would be really cool. I mean, just how far are you guys going to go? How deep are you going to throat at Ubisoft to get those DEI points, right? It's just absolutely vile what you guys are doing, and I wish you nothing but the worst. I hope this gets you guys thousands more laid off so that maybe we can start to rebuild this industry and you guys can go pound sand. YouTuber Joy Raptor reported on X that both Yasuke and Naoi have unique romances, so different characters they can romance instead of the same. Then he added, same-sex romance is back for both characters. Yay! Just what we needed. That was the worst part of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, was Ivor trying to, people trying to bang Ivor dudes and all that. And I understand that you could switch back and forth between the genders in that game, which was stupid. You should have just left it as one character. Male Ivor would have been perfect. Female Ivor was ridiculous. And don't call me hater and misogynist, because I think Cassandra was the much better choice in Odyssey, because she was fantastic, But to make a long story short, anyway, yeah. In a YouTube video, Joy Raptor added romance is back, and it seems like they're going to work a bit different this time. For one, just like in Odyssey and Valhalla, we can still choose to pursue romantic relationships or not. But because there are 2 completely different playable characters, they will now have both their own unique romances, while in Odyssey, for example, both Alexios and Cassandra had the same options. He continued, there will still be same-sex romance options for both characters, just like the previous RPGs, but it seems the overall focus is a lot more on platonic relationships, so without the romantic features. I really hope it's platonic. They got to get rid of romance in video games. I've been saying that for quite some time, that it's absolutely stupid, and it gives these weirdos, these freaks out there, this weird sexual outlet in a video game where it just doesn't belong there, right? Now, when it first came on the scene back in the day, it was laughable, it was funny, it was entertaining, and I was like, oh boy, you can do this and that, God, if you're old enough to remember Lounge Lizard Larry or Leisure Suit Larry in the Land of the Lounge Lizards and stuff like that, yeah, absolutely crazy, right? But it was bonkers, and it was funny, and it was just comical and all that. As RPGs got more and more developed, and character creators became more in depth, and all that, and your decisions in a game impacted your playthrough more and more, and they strove for more realism. They added these romance options and all that, and it just got, it just got weirder and weirder. But anyway, the game's associate narrative director, Brooke Davies, here we go, Brooke, I hope she gets shit canned after this. I think she informed Joe Raptor. I think something that's unique in Shadows is we're going to have some more developed relationships. Just what you want in a game, right? Fuck the gameplay and all that kind of stuff and the ability to explore and all that. Yeah, no, we want more developed relationships because we're pathetic. Oh, fuck off, Davies. A change to really get close to people, to get to know people, all sorts of different relationships for Naoi and Yasuke to explore. Davis added, so it's not like a dating simulator. Like, we do have really more serious relationships, a long-term relationship to develop, some lighter romances as well, but you get to know some of these people quite well and pursue something. Okay, that's the question. I don't know. Anyway, as for who could be romanced, Joy Raptor speculated, we already know that some key characters like Oda Nobunaga, one of the most powerful men of this era, who will give a prominent role to Yasuke and his army, and Fujibayashi Nagatu, Naoi's father, but there will always be way more characters we meet, of course, that we don't know about yet, and some can be romanced. He also stated, I, by the way, also learned that we cannot miss any romance options depending on choices. Yay. If they make him and Yasuke gay together, there's going to be a lot of backlash there. And what about Naoi's father? I mean, what the hell? Obviously, that's not for her, right? God, you never know with Ubisoft. Ubisoft's twisted and disgusting. It wouldn't strike me as weird if they pushed for, incest, because that's like the next step that these gaming companies are going to go to, and that it'll be the one that begins with the letter P, but we won't go there yet. Anyway, the apparent confirmation comes in the wake of a blog post published by Ubisoft in May that stated, Naoi and Yasuke's disparate personalities also lead them to have different relationships and rapport with other characters, and they don't always feel the same way about people, nor do people always feel the same way about them. Next, they discussed romance options. Romantically, they will also attract and be attracted to different types of people. Through the pair, players get to explore a multitude of relationships. Yeah, that's just so boring. It really is anymore. It also comes in the wake of game director Charles Benoit informing Xbox Wire that the intention behind the game is to teach players about the history of Japan during the Sengoku era, which the game is set in. Benoit said, we're at the end of the Sengoku era, in a turning point in Japan history. Assassin's Creed is well known for its depiction of the history and accurate recreation of the world, and it's what players can expect with Assassin's Creed Shadows. Accurate recreation of the world. This is not it. He was not a samurai. That's been... it's been refuted a million times, and it was nowhere in history. In the history books, as it stated that he's a samurai. Thomas Lockley wrote a book where he fictionalized that, he changed history in that book, or I don't know how he did it exactly, I didn't read the book, but people use that book as gospel, and it's not. This guy doesn't know jack shit. That's why he's in hiding right now. Okay? Thomas Lockley, if you want to come out and defend yourself, come out and defend yourself in front of all these people. Explain why. I had some idiot in the comments the other day. It's like, well, it never says he wasn't a samurai. I was like, well, dude, you don't need to be told somebody wasn't something. You need to be told they were, right? No one ever said that Abraham Lincoln wasn't a vampire hunter. or so we can assume he was. I mean, it's a stupid argument, but I expect nothing less. A lot of these people in my comments, if I combine the IQ of 50 of them, I'd end up with an IQ of 40. And they're absolutely right on the edge of retardation half the time. But anyway, we're showing real historical figures, such as Oda Nobunaga, and a lot of events that happened during that time. So you're not only playing in feudal Japan, but learning about the fantastic time period. Also, we're giving the opportunity to the players to live not just one, but two best fantasies of Japan. Okay, yeah. The gay black samurai and the lesbian female shinobi. Let's correct that, he concluded. Those aren't the best fantasies of Japan, okay? It's absolutely ridiculous. And a female shinobi is a stupid choice, too. You should have had a male there. The female shinobis were more infiltrators and stuff like that, information gatherers. They weren't on the front line. Fail, fail, fail. What do you make of this seeming confirmation that the game will feature same-sex options and one of those characters is an actual historical figure? Yeah. There we go. Boom, you couldn't say it any better than that. Yeah, this is just absolutely terrible. Predictable, yeah, definitely predictable. I'm not surprised. I'm not even angry over it. I'm just laughing at this point. It gets funnier and funnier by the moment. I can't wait for this game to release. I can't wait to see the backlash, and I can't wait to watch the critics praise it, you know, with Ubisoft's D in their mouth, while the fans go, yeah, this sucks. Anyway, I'm Cat the Beefy. This is Game Vault. If you like this video at all, please leave a thumbs up on it down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Ring that bell for notifications. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, peace.